I am a long-time trophy hunter, with almost 130 platinums and over 300 games played. While some of those games I never had any intention of getting the platinum trophy in, there are a fair few games that I had started putting in work towards getting their platinums, and I just had to give up for one reason or another. Today I'm going to go into 3 different games whose platinum trophies I've given up on getting. I honestly have way more of these, so if you guys are interested in another video like this, then let me know down in the comments. Now, I have a bad history with Call of Duty Platinums, and I could honestly fill a couple videos of all the Call of Duty Platinums I've given up on for one reason or another. I actually already have a couple videos up on my channel talking about the Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare Platinums that I had to give up on already. But today, I want to talk about the last of what I would consider the old gen of Call of Duty, Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was kind of the ugly duckling of the Call of Duty franchise. The franchise was already on kind of a downward spiral at this point, and this was the game where they just tried to experiment a bit. Instead of putting resources into a traditional single-player campaign, the game instead had a battle royale mode called Blackout alongside the typical multiplayer and zombies modes. This was back in 2017, so battle royales were at their peak back then, with every developer trying to get their hand at one. However, due to the lack of a single-player campaign, the trophies that normally would be associated with one were displaced to the other modes. Most people who go for this platinum decided that the 36 base game zombies trophies were the line that they did not want to cross, and I do not blame them. The zombies trophies included doing 3 main quests, or Easter eggs as we call them, which honestly are the longest and probably hardest Easter eggs in any of the Call of Duty Zombies modes, as well as some Herculean tasks, some of which require multiple players. I, however, have always played a lot of zombies, so I got all of these done relatively quickly. It was the Blackout trophies that I've given up on. There are only 5 trophies associated with the mode. One for getting your first win, for getting 10 wins, for unlocking all 10 multiplayer operators as playable characters, for unlocking all of the 8 zombies characters, and for unlocking all 4 of the original Black Ops characters. Now, I hate battle royales, but I have to have put over 100 hours in this mode alone. I have my 10 wins, and all the multiplayer characters were unlocked for free a month or 2 after the game came out. I'm just missing the zombies and the OG characters. Saying that the Blackout character unlocks are poorly designed is putting it very lightly. Similar to other games that feature unlockable characters, you have a number of challenges tied to each character that triggers the unlock. For example, the only requirement to unlock the zombies character Bruno is to get a melee kill. But unlike other games, all of these unlock challenges are tied to specific items you can find in-game. Bruno's item is a wanted poster of himself that you can only find out of one of the random supply drops that fall in the game. So the actual unlock requirement for Bruno is to get a melee kill while holding his wanted poster in your inventory. And even if you do pick up the item one time, if you die and drop it before getting the mission completed, you will have to find it again in your next game. Now, Bruno's requirements aren't the worst, but the rest of the ones that I'm missing are so much worse. For Woods, who is probably the worst one, you need to pick up his bandana, then fly a helicopter for about a minute, I believe, and then win the game. Yes, win the game is the requirement. This gets even worse once you learn that there's only one spawn on the map for the bandana, and it's not even guaranteed. I have put so much time and effort into these characters, and I'm still missing 7 of them. Going back to this game is just not worth it, and that's why I've given up on this one. Sticking with the theme of hero shooters, the next game I want to talk about is Overwatch, and by technicality, Overwatch 2. I've been playing Overwatch since the day it initially came out, and I knew right away that I didn't like it. I could tell it was a good game, but I was struggling to have fun. I enjoyed playing with friends at times, but overall it was just kind of an experience. at least in the original Overwatch. I have a much better time in Overwatch 2, but still not really enough to play it consistently. However, I did go for the trophies as just something fun to do, and I really liked it. It was super satisfying to hunt most of the trophies down on this list. In the original Overwatch list, I had gotten all but 4 of the trophies I needed for my platinum, and now with Overwatch 2, I'm only missing 2. However, these 2 I just will never get. The first of these 2 are ridiculously easy, but ultimately mainly just comes down to luck. Yes, knowledge and skill help, but luck is the absolute biggest factor when it comes down to getting 4 kills with a D.Va bomb. I can't really say much about this one. D.Va is one of my most played heroes. I just haven't gotten lucky enough to get it yet. It's plain and simple like that. The other trophy is the reason I have given up, because honestly, even after all the luck needed to get this and all the coordination needed, I'm frankly just not good enough to accomplish it. Hanzo's Simple Geometry trophy used to be one of the easiest trophies to obtain in the game before he got reworked. So anybody who got the trophy for getting 3 kills with Scatter Arrow is good, and they never need to do the updated trophy requirements. 3 killing blows with Storm Arrows, however, is monumentally more difficult. Storm Arrow is one of Hanzo's abilities that lets him be able to rapidly fire arrows at lower damage. And every update to Hanzo seems to make this harder. Storm Arrow used to be 6 shots, but it was too strong, so now it's only 5 shots. Overwatch 2 removed a whole person from the enemy team, so that's 1 less target. Although it was a tank, so the likelihood of that mattering is really pretty low. And also in Season 9, all characters have more health, so it's harder to efficiently beat more than 1 person with just Storm Arrows. It is definitely possible to get this done by yourself, and random people have gotten it in games I've been in. But it's way easier if you try to get it done with a group of friends helping you. At this point though, I just hate playing Hanzo, and I don't want to bother my friends to play specific heroes to help me get this trophy. So Overwatch 2 will forever remain unaccomplished. Before we get to the final game on this list, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the video and want to see more. Your support helps me know that you guys are interested in more videos like this. Okay. I might get some flack for this, but going for the Platinum Trophy in the first Dishonored game completely ruined my experience of the game. I live streamed my first time playing the game back in 2018 and did my high chaos playthrough and absolutely loved it. It was such a fantastic game. However, much later off stream, I decided to go for the low chaos stealth run, and man, everything was ruined for me after that. Simply enough, playing the game in such a way where you can never be spotted once just isn't fun. And I know I'm not alone in this assessment, because every time I see a list of people complaining about trophy lists ruining their game's experience, Dishonored is always on that list. I did get through a couple missions, but to be fair, I definitely didn't get very far. I was even following a step-by-step guide on what to do, and it just never seemed to work for me. I think that as a whole, the Dishonored trophy list ends up being pretty bad. Firstly, there's all the different playthroughs you need to do to just get everything done. And then if you try to get as many done as possible in as few playthroughs as possible, it just ends up becoming a chore. And at that point, it's just not fun. Now, this game, more so than the other 2, is one that I might end up coming back to, because the game is good, and I do own the other 2 games in the franchise, but I've just been waiting to finish this game first, even though I don't really have any intention of finishing it. I don't know, it's weird. But as of now, and for the foreseeable future, I have given up on getting Dishonored Platinum Trophy. Well guys, that is my list of 3 games whose Platinums I have given up on. Do you have any of these Platinums, or have you given up on them like I have? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more videos that I've made, here is a link to check out my latest Platinum video I released on Evil West. And if you want to see more, then consider subscribing, because next week I'm going to be back with a super democratic Platinum. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.